one of the things that we started doing in my company, on my team, in I think Q4 of 2025, so last quarter, 2025, it was like a light bulb that went off in my head. And it's really about focus. And sorry about all this noise in the background. I guess it's rush hour. Everybody's getting ready to go home. But anyhow, hit me like a light bulb. We were doing all these things in our real estate investing business and doing them well, I'd say, but it was a lot of work. And when we looked at the numbers, there's profit, but we looked at something else. We looked at the patterns, and we saw that we had strayed from really what we're experts in, which is, dealing with situations, real estate, residential situations where there's a deceased homeowner. So last year, I had this light bulb moment where I said, you know what? We're only going to focus on what we do really well. We've been doing for the past decade, and we kind of started getting distracted with all these other things that we could do. We're good at doing, but it wasn't our sweet spot. And so when we hyper-focused on what we really are experts in and what we really do well, the shift in revenue was dramatic. I'm not talking about this because I want you to think about your business. You might not even have a business, but my point is that what are you giving your attention to that is not in your sweet spot, not in your wheelhouse? Our attention gets pulled in so many different directions every day by so many things, and it's not that those things aren't important, but you have to really ask yourself, are those the things that I am called to be doing? Is that where my expertise is? And I'm not even just talking about business, I'm talking about families, relationships, work, all those things that take up so much of our lives. What are you really meant to be doing? What are you called to do? And are you doing it? Because I can almost guarantee you that when you clear out the clutter and focus on what God has called you to do, and those of you who, you're not God followers, that's okay. But if you're not doing what God has called you to do and not living the life that God has called you to live, and you don't have to be a Bible-toting person to live the life, but living your life out to the fullest, because He didn't call us to live here halfway and be miserable and simply just pay bills and go home, go to sleep. What is it you're doing that is not where your expertise is, not where you should be spending your time? Figure that out and go do it. And, if it takes money and time and things you don't have right now, then, look for opportunities to get the money that you need, to have the time that you need. And, that's one of the reasons why I am teaching in the Teaching the Accelerator program in real estate investing, more for women. The whole point of that is so that you can free up your time to do the things that really mean something to you and mean something to your life. So just think about it. Drop me a comment. What's calling your attention that's really not where you're supposed to be? And what do you need to shut from your life at this point? Because I can tell you, at this stage of my life, mid-40s, I'm all about simplifying my life. So anything that makes my life more complicated and doesn't make me feel good, guess what? Going out the door. So what is it for you that's eating up your attention and not getting you the results that you really want to have in your life?